Hey everybody, what you're about to see is a clip from the full-length feature titled What Really Happened in Portland on August 22nd, Destroying the Narrative and the Media. Now this will be a multi-part series and each one of them will have their own little clip, different issue, different circumstances, and so on. So if you want to see the whole thing uninterrupted, go on over and check it out. Check out the whole thing. It's about an hour and a half long, but if you want to just hit each clip at a time, there you go. Honest. They gave blame a little bit to both sides. They didn't just claim one side was horrible and the other side wasn't. They actually showed the Proud Boys getting attacked and things getting thrown at them and the improvised explosive devices that were there. Did you guys notice that explosion? Did you notice the different colors coming out of there? That's a chemical. That is a chemical reaction that happened there. White smoke and then that little kind of brown, reddish spray that came out of the side of that thing. That's improvised explosive. That's adding a whole bunch of other stuff together and creating this multiple reaction thing that's going on. So now we're going to get into the explosives, the evidence of the explosives, the stuff that was found. And this is all Villain Reports footage that you guys are going to be seeing. And he has a whole bunch more. He has a live stream. You guys make sure you go check that out and so you can watch the whole thing. He was a lot closer than I was. I was out helping other people and watching the flank as everybody kind of move forward. But now you guys are going to see some of what I'm talking about a little bit.
Let's stay in the parking lot. They're throwing explosives at a gas station.
Hey, bud. Right there's one.
Yeah, there's a couple. So these aren't just regular mortars. These are they've been doctored and taped up. And so I don't know if any of you were little punk kids and you make Piccolo Pete bombs, but that's kind of stuff you do there. You smash them. Sometimes they add different things in them. You tape them up so the explosion can't escape, and it builds pressure, and they blow up bigger.
That's right. Yeah.
Exploded. So this is kind of like the style of a Piccolo Pete kind of thing. You smash up the contents of a normal firework and duct tape, but I don't know what this is.
This is something they've done before.
This is definitely something different.
So there you have two examples of some of the explosive devices that were thrown at the Proud Boys. There was never once an explosive device that was thrown from the Proud Boys to Antifa that Antifa didn't throw first. And like I said earlier, pretty dumb to do picking up and throwing back something that was lit and could explode in your hand. But this next clip I'm going to show you kind of puts a little more emphasis on the fact that the Proud Boys were not there to fight. It was 100% in self-defense. It was 100% get rid of the threat and make them go away so that everybody can make a safe exit.
I like to point out for the viewers that these people came in here and attacked the event. They're with the attackers.
Get the fuck out of here! Go!
Their threat was neutralized. They fought them, but they're not beating them unconscious on the ground like Antifa would do. They're allowed to walk out.
And the next clip you're going to see is again from Villain Report, and this is the final push. So what happened is that originally Antifa came and attacked right after the van. That's when the explosives and stuff were found in the gas station. That is when people were allowed to go. So after the Antifa was pushed back the first time, and now the Proud Boys came and the Patriots came back into the parking lot area, Antifa came forward again. Now, as soon as Antifa ran out of explosives, that was the end. Antifa was done. Antifa walked all the way back, and the Patriots and Proud Boys made sure that they were not going to come back.
This is a planned protest by conservatives. It's supposed to happen downtown Portland. Because of the rhetoric the city was making. Because of the threats of violence Antifa was making, they moved it to the abandoned Kmart parking lot on 122nd Street. About 20 minutes ago-ish, Antifa showed up, started throwing bombs, macing people.
ran out of bombs.
Come on! You bitches are going down!
Get that motherfucker! Rip his ass off! What's up, man?
Now, as you can see, they're not having a bunch of physical confrontations. Antifa's sitting there swinging poles around and trying to hit the Proud Boys that are pushing them out. But the Proud Boys are using non-lethal, non-physical force to push them back and keep them going. They're spraying them with pepper spray and bear mace to keep them moving away from the parking lot where people are trying to leave at this point. And notice the van pulling up. This is very important because you're going to see a little clip here that I'm sure you recognize, but there's going to be some context added to this little clip. Get ready for it.
Hey, back! Back!
Antifa right here. Is it Antifa? Get their license plate! Get their license plate! BIK3.
Go, you little bitches!
BIK3.
Go, bitches!
Antifa!
Go, bitches!
Notice the van is on the curb and the door is open on the passenger side. Nobody has touched the van yet at all before the van gets onto the curb.
Get that license plate, Washington, BIK3038. Fucking Antifa.
Again, nobody has yet to touch this van. Now the van is almost completely off the road in their way, which again, potentially could kill somebody, could definitely hurt somebody, right? You don't know what's in the van. You don't know what might pop out of the van and get you. You don't know. So at this point in time, that van is a deadly weapon. And then after this van, they follow them into the parking lot, and then there's a Honda Ridgeline, which for some reason, for the life of me, I cannot find that footage, but it's out there, I'm sure. I'm sure you could find it, but I am trying to get this thing going, and I can't find it for some reason. It just won't show up. Anyway, so they go, and there's this guy in a Honda Ridgeline. There's a picture at the very beginning where you can see a Proud Boy just over the top of him, you know, and he's punching this guy, and the guy gets out and he runs away. And at first, Antifa's sitting there trying to call it a civilian who wasn't, you know, nobody, just somebody random who got attacked, and he wasn't part of Antifa. And then all of a sudden, strangely enough, Antifa is trying to do a GoFundMe and try to raise money for this guy to get his vehicle replaced because, well, the insurance isn't going to cover it. So that's essentially what happened. That was it. That was done. There was one guy that got maced accidentally. The guy was sitting there and he was talking a whole bunch of trash. You can see it on my live stream. He was talking a lot of trash the whole time. He was calling people names. And this one patriot that was down there, he got sick of it. He thought he was Antifa. He was behind them. So he bear maced him, or he just maced him. Actually, I don't think it was bear mace. He maced him really good. And he got, you know, obviously incapacitated. And I ended up going and giving him some Sudocon wipes and helping him out. And everybody was like, no, he's not one of them. He's not Antifa. He's just some douchebag who's out here talking crap. And the guy apologized. He actually came up and apologized. You can see all of that on the highlight reel that I put out of the day. And that was it. Nothing else happened. The Proud Boys and Patriots all went back to the parking lot. Antifa did not advance again, and everybody went home. Nobody went and terrorized anybody. Nobody went and caused any trouble. Nobody went into the neighborhoods and tried hurting, minorities and marginalized people, as was being accused. No, they got back, they got in their vehicles, and they went their separate ways. Some went out to eat, some went up to Vancouver, some went to parts unknown. That was it. That was all. End of story. Now